New EVs need accessories, and this is Dad's new EV, a Kia EV3 Long Range Air. We're going to go through all the accessories, what came with the car, what he bought from Kia, what he got from third-party websites, and a few things that are sponsored review things which sponsors asked me to test on Dad's new EV. Let's go.
Please contribute. It really helps my independent, honest journalism for you.
Let's go through everything in order. What came with the car? Well, these days, almost any car, you don't get mats for free, floor mats. The Kia dealer at Paul Wakeling, Campbelltown was good enough to include these carpet floor mats for the front and also for the rear in the drive-away price, which we negotiated, which was good. Okay, and then Dad walked across the road to the Paul Wakeling Parts Service Center and he got this boot mat, which is nice and fitted. That'll protect it when Dad gets stuff from gardening shops and things like that, or if shopping leaks while it's in the boot. All prices will be put on screen. Okay, so what else was there? I highly recommend getting your side windows and also the rear windshield here tinted to the maximum limit. Now Dad got that done at Solar Tint Campbelltown, which is right across the road from Paul Wakeling Kia Campbelltown, and it cost on screen. It was not metallicized, so it won't interfere with phone reception, and I'll put all the details of the technical specs on screen. Personally, I recommend getting your car tinting and dash cam done at a third party because you'll save money and you can choose exactly what you want. But some people prefer the convenience of a dealer or want it all bundled up in one price for a novated lease. Try and negotiate the dealer down from their price because it's usually almost always more expensive than getting it done at a third party. Okay, so I forgot to mention there are a few things included in the standard drive-away price of all Kia EV3s sold in Australia. Let's look underneath this boot floor to have a see what they are. Yep, okay, let's lift this off. Okay, so we have in here, we've got the Kia 8 amp, 10 amp and 6 amp, it's adjustable, charging cable for two 40 volt sockets, which is really good. That's a premium thing, more than most brands offer. Some brands don't offer you a 240 volt charger at all, and other brands only give you an 8 amp fixed one. And in the Frunk, which is a great extra storage feature of this car, we have a whole lot of other stuff, including the other inclusion that came with this car, which is an official Kia V2L adapter for external use, which allows you to connect this to the external charge port and use the car as a giant battery. Useful when you go camping. The V2L adapter goes in there, and Dad, what is it perfect for?
Boiling a kettle. If you
Yes.
want to have a cup of tea.
Yes, and
Perfect.
also, if hopefully it never happens, but if you had a massive extended outage and your home battery went flat,
You could plug it into the refrigerator or the microwave, anything that you want to do at home.
Yep.
It would work perfectly well.
Dad reminded me actually, Kia and Hyundai EVs also have a vehicle to load internal socket here, just at the bottom of the back seats in the middle seat area. That's the cover. What else do we have here in the Frunk? Well, this is the Tyre mobility kit. And a Tyre mobility kit is basically a fancy name for a bottle of goo which can be put into holes in your tire as long as they're not in the sidewall, and then inflated up Yeah, but I don't recommend using that because that will pretty much ruin the tire permanently. Speaking of tires, the good people at Jowua have sent me this 100-watt tire inflator for Dad to test. So Dad, you already had to use this compressor once to pump up the tires. What did you do?
Well, look, it was a trip, a long trip to Bateman's Bay, and what I did was I used this compressor with the manual mode, because there is a manual mode.
Yep. Why didn't you use the EV mode, Dad?
Because that works to only, it is a default to 42 psi.
Ah, okay. So what you're saying is you pumped up the thing that we're about to show, which is the Braumach spare wheel, which is hiding underneath the boot floor. This is the Braumach jack kit that comes with the spare wheel as an option, and the warning triangle. And the thing with Space Saver spare wheels, Dad, what PSI do they have to be pumped up to?
I believe that is 60 psi, so it needs to be maintained at 60
Okay.
at all times.
And then if you were pumping up your normal four wheels, you would be able to use
Yes,
the EV mode. And adjust it to the level that Kia recommends for how heavily loaded the car is. Just to point out, this is a portable tire inflator, 100 watt, and it had to be charged up via USB to get it up and running and fully charged before it could be used. It's got all the battery indicator stuff on here, Type C obviously. You can also get, of course, tire inflators that use the car's 12 volt, but this is a bit more flexible because you can use it anywhere, like for a bicycle pump, etc., without needing a 12 volt power source nearby. The nice thing about having a Frunk storage under the hood or bonnet, depending on what you want to call it, is you can get all these small things out of the way. They don't have to take up space in your boot or under the boot floor, and especially you do not want a heavy tire wheel jacking kit flying around the boot if you brake suddenly. Having it here means it's totally secure underneath the bonnet. We mentioned it just now. This is a Braumach Space Saver spare wheel. Okay, let's unzip, and inside this nice padded case, you've got your Braumach Space Saver spare wheel, maximum 80 kilometers an hour and 60 psi. It has to be. Keep it pumped up. Don't just leave it in the boot floor getting soft and flat. Yeah, I've got a separate video interview with the owner of Braumach, Bruce. You might be interested in that. A link in the comments. And that is a sponsored spare wheel. But to be fair, there aren't that many places with as many spare wheel models out there as Bruce and his team at Braumach have. So definitely a good suggestion if you can afford it. It fits perfectly into the wheel well. It's basically almost like Kia designed to put a Space Saver spare there, but they just don't mention it anywhere in their car documentation for some reason, and they don't sell the official one themselves. Kind of strange, I think. And if you're wondering, is it secure? Yes, it is really snugly fitting in this wheel well space here. It's not going to move at all. Actually, you can have the boot floor almost at the original level, pretty much. The lower level to give more space, or the higher level with the 2-level boot floor, even if you have the Space Saver spare wheel down there. If you do put cables and stuff, then you probably will need to put the boot floor a little higher. Nice little design. This Kia boot mat cover has Velcro here and on the other side, so it doesn't slip around. It's firmly stuck. Okay, now we also have a Snapshades cover that you bought from Snapshades website, Dad. It was on sale for a day. I think it was their anniversary of their opening. Let's unfold it to show you just how easy it is to unfold. Okay, so unlike some sunshades which are rolled up, this is folded up, so it makes it much easier to put in. So it's designed by Snapshades to fit perfectly on this Kia EV3, and they have of course, models for pretty much every car in existence. There you go. Nice, decent quality windshield, sun protector, so it doesn't get sunny in the car.
Doesn't get hot.
And doesn't get hot in the car. Yes, good point, Dad. So, strangely, at least I think so, Kia Australia does not have an official dash mat for the EV3. I had to look for this on eBay, and thank you to the Kia Australia owners group on Facebook where I found the link to get this particular dash mat. And it fits perfectly in terms of the edges into the area of the dash, but some of the cutouts are not exact. So you can see here, Dad's going to have to adjust this cutout here so it doesn't block some of what looks like a speaker. And he's going to have to cut out these little joining bits all along here so they don't block the air vents. But besides that, definitely a good idea to get a dash mat in whatever car you get in Australia, because at least I find that having one means you get no glare bouncing off there into your eyes when driving in a hot summer's day. And it also, I reckon, keeps the car cooler because, yeah, this helps to reflect some of the heat. What do you think about dash mats? Let me know in the comments. Last but not least is this Thinkware U3000 Pro front and back dash cam. So the front one is here, and it's going to be done a proper review of this in a month or two. But yeah, so the front one goes here, and
recording will now start.
Yeah, it's got parking mode with set by the installer MC Car Security. And when did they set the cutout to, Dad?
So when you turn off the car and leave it in the garage or wherever, after 6 hours it cuts out.
So
it protects your 12-volt battery basically.
Okay, so we need to worry about recording it in the garage. It's more about shopping centers or visiting a friend and parking outside their house. It means that for 6 hours after you park, the Thinkware U3000 Pro will continue in low power parking mode, recording when anyone comes near the car or touches the car. Is it stuff like that?
That's exactly what happens.
Okay, but you don't want the 12-volt battery to get drained, so after 6 hours it'll stop. But that's user adjustable.
Yes, it is user adjustable, and Mike of MC Security, he adjusted it for me.
Okay, and that's the person who did the professional install. And also, forgot to show, there is back dash cam, so it's rear view and front view as well, and there's an app and everything, of course. Don't be alarmed when you turn the car on.
During parking mode.
The
Motion detection recording.
the dash cam
3
will
and event detection recording. 3 occurred. Please have a safe drive today.
do not be alarmed when you turn on your car after having the Thinkware U3000 Pro dash cam installed, because it will talk to you and tell you its status and how many things happened from the last time you used it. So that is perfectly normal, and you can expect that to happen pretty much every time you start your car. And when it says the service has been connected, I'm pretty sure that means the car tracker service, which is included for a certain amount of time with the vehicle, which is kind of cool. You can remotely access the dash cam through the built-in SIM card. Okay, that's all the accessories Dad got for his Kia EV3. Yeah, something to think about when you budget to buy a new car, or even if you get a second-hand car. There's all these other bits and pieces. Some of them cost less than $100, some cost several $100. A really high-end dash cam or tinting, etc., that could cost $500 or $1,000. All that adds up. And a space saver spare wheel as well, that costs money too, but it gives you a lot of peace of mind, especially when you go on drives outside the city. You don't want to be relying on a tire repair goo kit to get you places, especially if you have a sidewall damage. What do you think of all your accessories, Dad?
Well, now that I've all the accessories that I could possibly get, I'm all set for my travels again.
Excellent.
Thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. It really helps me make more videos like this for you. And have a look at the suggested videos up above. I'm pretty sure you'll like those as well. Thanks, and see you later.